Hi everyone, and welcome back to Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie, and we are pulling cards today. Today's the 24th of November. Mercury stations retrograde tomorrow officially. So we're going to pull cards for that. Now, Mercury retrograde, we know, tends to put, I'm using 3 decks today. This is the Dreams and Incarnations deck. But since we're just pulling out of the Scorpio, like the darker side of Scorpio, going into the illumination of Sagittarius, I thought this would be a good deck to work with to start off. So we know Mercury retrograde, transportation, communication, commerce, finances. So here's the thing, we know, right? We know how it affects us. So it's a really good time to plan, to get really clear, and give yourself extra time. Right? We can't control people on the road, but we surely can control ourselves and the time we give ourselves. So let's see what Mercury retrograde holds for us this go round as we go into the holidays. I believe it ends just before Christmas, but it's going to take us through the busy season of the holiday. This is just an information card. So, yeah, let's pull some cards. Let's see what it holds for us. I hope everyone is doing well and is getting prepared for their holiday. We have a lot of excitement happening. Okay. We'll go into our tarot. It's the card of power. Let me just look this card up real quick. And I do have, I can pull this card up on my screen, I think. So I can get a better idea of the, my screen is not cooperating with me. So I can get a better idea of the meaning of the card, right? So, Dreams and Incarnations, right? Yes. So this is, looks like a black cat or a bear. Let me see. Let me go into the meaning of this card, power. And this is what it's bringing us into. So let me scroll. And so you're going to see me if you can't see my scrolling. But this deck does not come with a book. The book is, it's a downloadable. And so I did not print it out because I figured I can just come on here. And I used this deck yesterday. Okay. So it says, okay, it's a bear. Okay, this is a bear. Power, keywords. Bear, formidable willpower. The bear is the power of mind and will to achieve anything with the strength and courage of a stout heart. Every outcome becomes possible. Dreams or even daydreams of powerful creatures, even if they seem frightening on the surface, can convey a hidden intensity or deeper power within the dreamer's mind. When the power and self-awareness come together, one can realize one supreme capability. Throw aside your fears. Take what is rightfully yours. So this is all about self-empowerment. That is what this is holding for us. I cannot wait to see what the rest of the cards are. This is the Wandering Star Tarot. So let's see, right? Always exciting to see. The Mother Star is on the bottom. But we'll shuffle and then we'll go back into it. So, power. So claiming what is rightfully yours. So, all this stuff, and I talk about this all the time, leans into our shadow work. Especially if we've been kind of being quiet or hiding behind the scenes or not speaking up for ourselves. when someone or has done us wrong, or something has been done wrong to us, and we kind of get quiet, we just kind of get shy about it. So this is our chance, our time to take back ownership of our life, really. So shadow work, in the shadow. The shadow is the thing, the work is the healing. The shadows are the things that we carry. And I will probably come on and do a whole thing about that. Through our ancestry, right? The beliefs that our grandparents had, the beliefs that our parents have, they were taught to us. So we carry them with us. So what happens if it worked for them, or maybe it didn't work for them, but they did not know how to get out of it or how to change it? The work is changing, right? It's the shifting. So, but what is not working for you? This is what you're being asked to look at this point in time. And everyone is going through a big shift. We know that Pluto went into Aquarius, and we know that's big changes in our structures, big changes in our personal lives, big changes globally in the way the world is structured. Changes are coming about, right? So, yeah, don't let yourself get lost in all the fluff. We have 3 cards that came out. 9 of Cups, the World, the Hermit. I just want to see if anything else is going to pop out. And then 5 of Swords pops out for some conflict. This could be mental conflict, though, so we'll get into that. So let's see what else. Okay, this is all that's coming out. That's a card's full. So 10 of Swords reversed. So we'll put that here. 3 of Cups and the Star on the bottom. King of Swords. So we will stay with these. So again, power, the Bear, taking back, but calling back in what is rightfully yours, whether it is something physical, whether it is a belief system, whether it is something that somebody said about you that wasn't true. So taking back your integrity, your self-worth, taking back the truth about yourself, right? If we're really being called to lean into our will. But here's the thing with that. To do that, some of us are going to face some tribulations, some trials, some tests of our internal strength in order to get there, right? If we're going to need motivation, Mercury Retrograde can be a motivator. Just by slowing down, we can get a little frustrated and get maybe motivated by that. So let's go into our cards. So 9 of Cups, the World. So two major arcanas right together. So going through the shadows, claiming back your power, claiming back what is rightfully yours. And in doing so, owning who you are, like in here and in the world and your position. Honoring yourself. And then fulfillment, right? Fulfillment comes. Everything starts to open for you once you stand in your own power, your own strength, and your own truth. The World coming full circle. The World is the last card in the major arcana. It is you have gone through all the life lessons. You have gone full circle. You have learned a lot. And there have been a lot of conflict, right, that we've had to go through. Probably a lot of mental and emotional conflict. The Hermit. Reflection. And especially during a retrograde phase, reflection and taking a step back and taking your time is probably the best way you can navigate yourself through this. Or through whatever it is you're going through. I'm a big fan of meditation. Obviously, I'm a yoga teacher. So taking, 3, 4, 5 breaths several times a day. And if you're one who forgets and you say, I don't have time, that's not true. You do have time. If you forget, put a reminder on your phone. And when that reminder kicks up, just close your eyes. Now set the reminder for a time when you're not driving or you're not at work or doing something that requires your full attention. But set reminders on your phone several times a day. And it's 3, 4, 5 breaths. Less than a minute, you're done. And take that time to reflect. Reflect on who you are. Reflect on what owning yourself will bring you. Reflect on all of the lessons you have learned in this life, right? All the lessons. Reflect on all of that. And take some time for you. And maybe some of you are light workers and you're being called to let your light shine forward. That's another thing about taking back your power. Maybe you have not been sharing your gifts with the world or with those around you. So that's something for you to decide whether you're ready to do that or not. Most are, because this is coming up in the reading for the collective. And and change, right? We go through, in order to stop or resist change, we put ourselves through so much mental and emotional conflict unnecessarily. Change is part of the deal. We are here to evolve. I say it all the time. You are not 5 years old wearing your little 5-year-old shoes. You've outgrown that. We outgrow ourselves all the time. Even as adults, we don't get to an adult stage and say, okay, I'm done growing. I'm fine in this. No, you're still growing in your spiritual aspect, in your emotional place, in the beliefs that you hold, in the traditions that you had, and the new traditions you are creating, right? So if change is coming about and you go to the place of mental or emotional conflict or resisting and saying, no, I don't want this, maybe you ask yourself, like, where is this taking me? Where am I being led? What greater part of myself is ready to be discovered? And I can do all that for you in a shadow work reading, right? Ten of Swords reversed. Like, funny, we're in conflict and now we're coming into the point where, you know what, no more. My thoughts will not control me or hold me back or keep me small or keep me from my power. I'm no longer going to be enslaved by them. I'm no longer allowing them to be dictating my life if they are negative and holding me back or causing conflict. I'm going to allow myself to celebrate. 3 of Cups, celebration, coming together, bringing back all aspects of yourself and all aspects of your family and friends and your community that you've been keeping yourself away from. Finding the power to find your community, to find celebration. I mean, look at that. They're just there, they have their cups and they're all embracing each other. The stars are shining in the sky. Beautiful colors, and then the star. Right. Another major arcana. The star comes in the tarot right after the Tower. The tarot is the destruction or the falling apart or the undoing of the things that are no longer necessary for us. So when cards come up in our reading, even though the Tower didn't come up, because the star did, that's an indicator that there is a Tower moment. I said we're going to be pushed and tested to find our strength, to find our inner power, to take back the life that is ours. So there may be some Tower moments, and these are necessary. We have to deconstruct the things that are not working for us, the things that were never ours to begin with. And that's the thing, right? We hold on to things that are not only not ours, but were never ours to begin with. Ascended Masters. Let's see what these cards hold for us. A big, big change during this Mercury retrograde. And again, if you start going to the place of fear-based, if you go start spinning the thoughts in your mind, sometimes we're telling ourselves stories of something that hasn't even happened. We think about, oh, what if this happens or what if that happens? And we go into the doom and gloom. And let's just be in the moment. What is happening now? Like, are you physically safe right now? Are you safe? Are you in a safe spot? I mean, are there people coming at you? Is there somebody holding you hostage? And if that's the case, obviously, it's a completely different story. This card just fell off. And the card is, yes, Ganesha. Now, I have, oh, you can't see, I have Ganesha over there. This is one of the deities that I work with on a regular basis. Deity of overcoming obstacles. I don't know if you can see that. I know there's a bit of a glare on this one. This is your coming out. This is your coming out time. This is your time to hold true to yourself. Because at the end of the day, your relationship is with you. Everyone else, every other relationship is secondary. Your relationship is with you. Now, some will say, in some religions, you know, your primary relationship is with God. So here's the thing. You are a spiritual being, having a human experience, living in a human body. In that spiritual element of yourself, that is your soul, God lives within your soul. Therefore, God lives within you. Coming back to your relationship with yourself, that's why we have so much tension and struggle in the world and anger and hostility, because we've completely disconnected from ourselves, which is disconnecting to the God of your knowing and understanding, or the source, or the universe, or divinity, or creation, whatever it is you call it. Look at the beautiful brown gold on here, right? Third chakra energy for sure. I know that the one thing is giving me, the light ring is giving me a kickback here. I'll hold this up while I try to sit here and read this. All the doorways are open for you and the pathway is clear. Any previous obstacles have been removed. Keep a positive mindset about the situation and ensure the best possible outcome. The answer, if you're asking a question, the answer is yes. And it's funny because the yes card came out in a reading I did for somebody the other day. This is a good time to make a move or change. Your prayers have been heard and are being answered. You have positive support for the situation. So Ganesha is the Hindu elephant-headed overcoming obstacles, who clears your path and of any blocks. Call upon Ganesha at the beginning of any ceremony or new project to ensure a smooth and steady progress. He's also very supportive of writers and helps anyone who is in a bind. This is one of my power deities. One of my main spirit guides is Jesus. So yeah. This is our reading for Mercury retrograde. This is going to take us all the way through the retrograde season. If you have any questions, always, feel free to reach out and ask or drop a question in the comments. I'm always here to support you on your spiritual journey. If you would like a reading or to dive deeper into your shadows, reach out. We'll set that up. And if you just have questions as to whether or not this is even the right thing for you, or what type of reading you think you should receive, let's get on a clarity call. Put a note in the comments, and we'll set up a date and time to talk, probably on Zoom, because it's just a lot easier. It's more connected. And yeah, we're going to your yes, and to clear out the obstacles. And if there are any obstacles left over, call on Ganesh, and he will help to clear that out. Again, most of it is here, right? So let's stop telling ourselves stories that don't exist. And let's start living into our own personal strength and our personal power, because the world is waiting to open up to us. We're not here to live a small, narrow little life. We are here to live a life of abundance. And if you're really, really struggling, reach out. I am not a therapist. I'm not qualified as a therapist, but I can help guide you. Maybe this, along with traditional therapy, to overcome some of the things that are not even yours, that have come through your ancestry, through your family, through their beliefs. And maybe the conflict coming in is that it's not your belief. And that's okay. You don't have to. You can break from that belief system and still hold relationships intact. So, always sending you light and love from my soul to yours. Thank you for being part of my community. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. So bye, everyone. Let me open this back up. Okay, take care. I will see you soon.